is the topic tonight?
All right, you are listening to an episode of Transparency and Merit. Tonight's show, I'm glad you asked. What tonight's show is titled Time Management Again?
Yeah, I've been wasting a lot of time.
Yes.
I haven't actually. I've been working pretty hard.
We have been working hard.
Again.
I know, Brian, you've been working hard. Make sure make sure you're not double playing the show, by the way. Okay, I think you're good.
Does Howard keep calling you Mr. Midnight Movie?
Not anymore. Howard does not call me anymore. I blocked him. I blocked that man on
Skype.
On Skype. So he's no longer bothering me. But you never know. He could always come back again and bother me. And
I wonder how far the stalking's gonna go with him.
You never know. You never know. But I've been looking at a lot of. Let me see here. I want to go to my own. I want to go to my own YouTube page right now. I don't want to play any. Okay, so since I already know that we're on YouTube, I wasted a lot of time lately, and I've done a lot of I've been watching a lot of YouTube. Joe and Lizzie Pooh, I have been in a rabbit hole lately of just watching YouTube videos.
Why? What's going on, Mr. Midnight Movie?
I'm really obsessed with the censorship issues on YouTube. It's made, yeah. Well, yeah, no, it's bothered me so much. I think that part of me, I just watch stuff that is most inflammatory by the SJWs. So I've just been looking it over and looking over all of the things that the SJ. I mean, the anti-SJW arguments that have been basically censored by YouTube, and I just
Can you get to the point, man? What are you talking about? Holy hell!
Sorry, I'm
Just
Are you
2019
sleeping? Are you
Dominic,
sleepwalking right now? Literally, I think you're sleepwalking. We got a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you if you're listening. We've got 3 watchers. Welcome to Transparency and Merit.
I just want to announce that one of them is me. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So, you know what? Why don't we all, just a little bit of a clip of Tim Pool, Democrats exposed to stealing the election.
Oh, there you go. You got to go ruin a good thing. Go ahead.
No, it's just a short little. All right, this is a commercial being played right now.
All right.
I'm gonna put on the. Here we go. I'm gonna skip the ad. Here we go.
Party is in a complete state of chaos would be an understatement. In 2016, as we all know, the DNC cheated Bernie Sanders out of the nomination to nominate a.
Now, wait a minute. Do you think Mr. Michael Bloomberg will be our overlord?
I hope so.
By 2021. I hope so, too. I mean, I need to go on a diet, and I'm just drinking too much soda and stuff. And I think if Bloomberg is president, maybe I'll do the things to really reshape my life.
You know, he's the problem with Bloomberg is that he's super into globalism. But in general, I really, everyone's like, oh my God, he got completely wiped out. He got his ass kicked. And I go, I don't really think he did. He's actually probably one of the smarter sounding ones up there and got a couple good jabs in him.
But how well is he going to win with the leftist Democrats? I mean, the Democratic Party is.
Well, they're so far fucking left. I mean, he's. I guess I should put it this way. I think Bloomberg, besides the millennial Pete, I think Bloomberg is their. Between the two of them, would be their only chance at actually in the election. Yeah,
but I think it's going to be Uncle Bernie is going to get.
Yeah, and then Trump will kill Bernie Sanders. So.
Do you think America's ready for a gay man to be president?
Are you talking about millennial Pete?
Yeah,
millennial. It looked like he had a dick in his upper lip the entire time. You know, I didn't actually mind that guy. I don't know what else he could. He's a conservative Democrat.
Is he really?
You know, besides the putting his dick in a butt thing.
Dick in a butt.
We're already there anyway, and so I don't know how much as far as sexuality goes. I don't know his father could actually change on that level, but
now there are rumors his father was like a Marxist professor. By the way, just thought I'd throw that out there.
Well, which would make a lot of sense because he's extremely conservative for a Democrat, and he does have a voice that hits millennials, I think, in the right spot. So, I do, and he was bringing up some good points, and it's the points that I've been preaching since Donald Trump got elected, which was everyone feels like they're not being heard. You have a generation of people, the millennials, going, hey, you're not listening to me. There's a problem here. And they just seem to ignore that and follow their own agenda. Well, now you have middle-aged millennials, people that have been out of college enough and, or long enough. And I really feel like he was hitting on some points, which was a huge problem. With the huge problem with the Obama era, the reason why Trump got elected. So I think that he would be now. I mean, whether he's gay or not, who actually cares? It's not like he's going to go make gay marriage legal.
Yes.
Well, it already is, and so that's what I'm saying. I don't know how much relevance it actually has. It's going to hit him or hurt him in the middle of the country. But as we kind of continue to move as a society to really, really worrying about sexuality anymore in that term, he actually would probably, I think, would be a strong front runner for the Democratic Party. And Bloomberg would be Donald Trump's biggest enemy, and there's no way they're going to push him through. No way.
Probably not.
Yeah, he would be the best one to compete with Donald Trump. I think you got a businessman, a Democrat into globalization. He knows the jargon challenge Trump with. He's not a stupid guy, and so it's, I think that I think he would be the strongest front runner for Trump. And then you had people like Biden, who's like just proclaiming all the greatness from the Obama era in the last debate in Las Vegas. And what Biden fails to remember is that everyone fucking hated the Obama era. But he's sitting there bragging about all the things which led up to the election of Donald Trump and claiming them as his ideas. So Biden's not really a good one. I hate Elizabeth Warren. Amy doesn't bug me as much, and Bernie's just angry. So, I mean, that's my take on the whole thing.
In my opinion, who's kind of dropped the ball on these Democratic debates is SNL. SNL could be a lot funny. Now, I just want to show. This is SCTV. They came out around the same time, a little bit after SNL, but I thought they were just as funny. And this is a group called the 5 Neat Guys Neatest Hits. And I just want to see if you being a millennial, find this as funny.
Play it. Play it.
Right.
By the way, I'm one of the older millennials, so I mean.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And there's a little commercial going on, so I hope we don't get hit with a copyright strike.
Yes, we'll change. We're going to change
will.
the title of this show to Ancient Millennial.
Ancient Millennial.
Ancient Millennial has an opinion, and she's a woman.
Yes.
This is the 5 Neat Guys, and I should have the ad block on here.
TV. Try it free.
There we go. Try it free. Here we go. And I'm sorry to her, 'cause I can't get a date for New Year's.
20 years later, the neatest sound of the 50s, from the neatest guys of the 50s, come back to life in a spectacular new album.
Who made the eggs salad sandwiches?
50 of the neatest hits from 5 of the neatest guys. Yes, it's the 5 neat guys' neatest hits. Remember, let's have a party in my rec room.
Let's have a party in my rec room.
And on the same album,
I won't take just any girl around. 'Cause Patsy has the largest breasts in town. Did you find any of that funny, Liz?
None. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not Liz.
All right. Joe didn't find it funny, but yeah, I can see
it. If I'm anything, I'm turned on.
Well, those sweaters and the gut hangout is always a turn on.
That's my jam right there.
For the babe.
Yeah, I'm clearly into that. So.
Yes.
I like how it's saying like something about someone's rectum is what it sounds like at first.
Rectum.
Yes.
But that maybe is why I have a lady boner for it.
Yes. And as I'm scrolling through here, I almost what is the rule about fair use, Joe? Do you know the law?
Why are you
fair use?
Joe here?
Yes.
Oh, that Joe.
This Joe. Fair use for what?
Jewish producer.
Yeah, we go by Joe and Brian here. Yeah. This is transparency and merit. It's safe.
Look up porn while you're on there. Look up political porn. Donald Trump. I saw Donald Trump porn in a porn shop the other day.
Really? There's still porn shops around.
Yep, there's a lot of them. And then but it was in several places. So not only did they have the Donald Trump porn, but they have like furniture shopping with Donald Trump, and then they have cosplay things that you can get to make you really feel like you are having a legitimate sexual experience with Donald Trump. So they sell that kind of stuff now. So.
Huh.
Now, I did watch quite a bit of this. Liberal YouTuber announces she is leaving the left because the left is insane. And I wonder how much of this is happening in Hollywood, because the left seems to have gotten much worse as far as the identity politics and the cancel culture.
They have, but you know, the right has their people who are super right too, and any extremity or any extreme is a complete turnoff to all sides. And that's what the politicians aren't really realizing, is that most people don't want the extreme on either side. Most people are normal-ish as they can be.
What's going on, Wayne? Mr. White is in the house. Sorry, go on.
And you know, but I really feel like that's it. And so the left, though, seems to be the last ones to figure this one out, going, hey, you know, they're like, no, the more left we go, you know, the more, well, maybe in places like New York or California that works, but there's a whole country in between. And the ones pushing to get rid of the Electoral College, the ones pushing to, you know, get rid of all kinds. And it's like, that's not really fair. So, in general, I feel like if you were to run across the country and do some traveling around the country, and you were to talk to Democrats, just your very average, normal Democrat out there, you wouldn't know what political standing they were, just as much as if you were talking to a normal Republican, like running around, you wouldn't know any of that just by talking to them. I feel like that is really the base of all the political parties. The way Democrats are going and screaming and ranting and yelling and raving, and they just get so far left, and the Democrats or the Republicans have taken a step back, and they're like, watch the shit show, everyone. This is exactly, they're not even supporting why you should vote for them anymore. They're just going, look at these ass clowns. This is why you shouldn't vote for them. And the Democrats are ruining it for themselves. Or your ultra Democrats are. Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, but it seems like the woke leftists still have a lot of power to censor and silence those they disagree with.
I mean, maybe, but both sides, I feel like, really do have that. I just feel like the majority of people out there are going to aren't like that. And whether the reasons behind you voting Republican or the reasons behind you voting Democrat, whatever that may be, I really feel like your average person, no matter what their political standing is you know, a decently normal, good-intentioned person. But I mean, the Democrats, though, do stand out as far as the very extreme liberal folks. They're standing out, and they're making asses out of themselves is the problem. I mean, they're all they're doing is doing good work for the Republicans at this point.
To a degree, but you know, in Hollywood, if you are a conservative, and this has been, I mean, it's gotten worse over the years, but it's progressively gotten worse. If you're a conservative in Hollywood, you're not going to work.
That's not true. James Woods is an ultra-conservative, ultra-right-wing fella, and they tried to censor his Twitter for a while, and he ended up getting back on Twitter. But he's also on Family Guy. He's on Seth MacFarlane's shows. He does voiceover work. He does writing work, and he's still very actively in Hollywood. He gets a lot of shit for it, but he's not afraid.
Already establishment. Now, getting to Hollywood, I think Joe and I played trailers yesterday on our show, and it was a disaster.
It was.
So I want to start the disaster again, because you can actually see the trailers that are being played.
That's right.
Do it.
So I think we want to play the movie show and just decide. I mean, should I expand the screen?
You're good.
Okay, this is Mother's Day. This looks like a terrible film, by the way. She's looking at her baby. Someone farted.
Yes.
Lionsgate. Okay, the daughter's in a wheelchair.
I like her as an actress. I thought I had a real distaste for her right after the American Horror Story season came out after the Trump election, or after Trump got elected. American Horror Story did a fucking season where it was like the community in the United States is white power and against everyone, and they really fed into that propaganda or that theme. And ever since she was a part of that and one of the main characters in that season, holy shit, are you okay? I really had a distaste for her ever since that. I was like, wow, as soon as American Horror Story got political, and especially with this actress in particular, like, I can't stand looking at her.
I'd like a glass of whatever just popped open.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for everyone on YouTube heard that. You
cook for me. Am I a burden?
Oh boy.
Are you a producer or bird?
I'm your mom.
I'm your mom.
It's my job to take care of you when you need me. And you need me.
You need me. Something's not right in Denmark.
Of course I'm okay. I am you.
What's going on here? Something scary's gonna happen.
Medication. Best for him. What's wrong?
Oh my god, it's a fucking nightmare of the internet.
Jeez, Mother's Day. You can't run that far.
I really need you to help me. Good night, sweet tooth.
You figured it out.
You know, this doesn't look like that bad. I won't go see it.
I wasn't. What?
That's
I wasn't.
okay.
I didn't watch.
I'm sorry, I can't. All right, this is from executive producer Steven Spielberg.
Just how many of these things have you dealt with? Why do most people feel
Thank you, Dan.
comfortable
Extreme is glitchy.
And many times it failed. More times than most people would feel comfortable knowing about.
I just
I'm
anymore.
gonna fast forward this one. Okay, let's go to this one.
Like that. Look at her face. Eyebrows for days.
This should sound a little better.
Don't laugh at me.
All the same kind of
Come
house.
from politics and movies.
Yes.
Is that what we did?
Should I stop playing these things? Should I stop doing that?
Yes. Plus, stop it.
Oh, let's watch more movies.
Stop it.
More movies.
All right.
Hey, the movie trailer. See
Hold
if there's
on.
any new porns coming out.
Let's
Is
explain.
there any more scat films on the market?
You can play more films. Yeah, let's just go through
No,
it.
Cubby,
And
you're not wrong. It is glitchy. It's glitchy as hell from my point of view too.
it's a little slow.
You got a baby in a box? It is. It's glitchy watching this on YouTube right now. It's awful.
It's choppy watching it. So it's
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I will send you the $10 to up your internet subscription every month. I don't mind.
nice.
Thank you.
We will we'll continue. You should try it again though. I think when we
Actually, so time management again coming across the bottom is just fine. It's the video glitch, the screen glitch. So it's
So when I play videos, it gets kind of glitchy.
yeah,
I mean, it
I bet
depends on what kind. So
we'd probably have more
there is
success
a
if I
thing
was
out there
running it.
called appropriate glitchy videos. If you're gonna do something like that and play videos on YouTube, you might as well make it a video that's worth it glitching on that will freeze at the appropriate spot, like a ball sack.
Yeah.
Oh, Yes, of course.
Yeah, some railroading.
What the critics are saying about the Invisible Man, U.S. ambassador proof that Trump's style is working.
The Democrats just have fucked themselves so bad. I don't know what they're thinking. They're so out of touch with humans in general that they've just done and fucked themselves. Bernie would have actually probably had a chance 3 years ago against Donald Trump, I think. But the thing is that the thing that's drowning Bernie Sanders is the way that party, the Democratic Party, is acting nowadays. And, you know, they're going so far left where any rational thought that Bernie Sanders has is being drowned out by the noise of the Democratic Party. So he's guilty by association, essentially. Because if you actually listen to Bernie, he's very socialist. No, we don't want that. Most people don't want that. But if you were ever going to be on the fence just by listening to Bernie Sanders and ignoring everyone else, if you were just solely listening to someone like Bernie Sanders and it put you on the fence about some things, all that I feel like is completely raped by the rest of the Democratic Party right now. And they're shutting down any kind of middle of the road Democrat. You got your Amy, you got your Pete, and you got your Bloomberg, and they're just trying to annihilate them, and they're ruthless in it.
I don't think
Point where they Bernie Sanders about his fucking heart attack. Like, who cares? Do they ask Elizabeth Warren about menopause? No, they didn't do that because, you know, that's the thing. They preach and they have all this propaganda that they want to sit there and portray. You know, they completely attacked men on a mass level, and heaven forbid that you respond to that because you have a penis, you're evil. And that was like the main theme of the last debate in Las Vegas, is that if you have a penis, you're evil. But heaven forbid if one of them were to turn around and go, well, what about menopause? Does that affect your emotional ability to run a country? Oh my God, the balls would have been melting down. But the thing is that they totally think that everyone is so stupid to where they can't actually see that. Or they think people like your average user or average watcher or viewer at home is going, oh my God, yeah, men are evil. But that's not the case. That's not the case generally across the country, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. That's not the case. That's only an extreme case. But they had no problem just displaying the shit, you know, going on.
Have you watched the debate? Did you watch the last debate?
I did. I got my popcorn out. I was very entertained the entire time.
When they were all ganging up on Bloomberg, and you thought Bloomberg did well.
I actually thought he did. I thought he did well. You know, he turned around to all of them. They were criticizing the shit out of businesses making money, and just demonizing corporations. And he turned around and he's like, "I think I'm the only one here that's opened a business or started a business." And he looked around to all of them. And I mean, he was right. And so, I mean, his jabs were small, but I feel like they were really strong. So,
yes. Did you, by the way, watch? Do you ever watch Lily Sign, the Indian, the Indian chick on late night? Does anyone here watch Lily Sign?
I usually try to ignore most of it unless it's funny. I'm not going to lie.
Now, I know this is off topic, but this one really made me laugh. This is 2009. They did the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey, and they were making a sequel. They did a takeoff on it. And Eugene Levy, in my opinion, plays a funny Ernest Borgnine. I found it funny. I don't know if you guys will. I just wanted to. Is it?
I'm not. We're not seeing it. If you can bring it up first, Brian.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure what happened. No, it might have been me.
Are you not seeing it?
Yeah.
It was probably you.
I don't know. It just went down, so I'm not sure if it's something you did.
It might have been you, and it might have been me. Let's see here.
Debbie Dare finds critical error during transparent merit. I like this. Look where this is going.
Right?
And so yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. So I guess I wonder though if I played video if it would see it or if it wouldn't.
Debbie and I have especially been getting along with lately.
Brian, bring up your browser again.
Topic of politics. I say we bring Debbie onto this call right now.
You know what? So here's why it's slow. There's a broadcaster studio, and I could have brought each of you in. I think I'm not sure how this works. I'm gonna send Debbie a link to the broadcast studio, and then if she wants, I think she can just go to that link if she wants to come in. I'll send that to her now.
Have you heard of the Young Turks, the YouTube channel, the Young Turks? I know Joe has. Liz, have you heard of that YouTube channel?
I have not.
Oh. This man is, by the way, he's running for Congress.
I think you have a huge fan there in your chat room.
Oh, we do.
That's dreaming of being a bottom to JP.
Oh yes, of course.
Do we have another? We have a. Let's see. Let me see if we have another. I'm not. The only person I'm seeing here is Debbie, and then.
No.
Okay, Brian. I'm not sure.
Don't worry about that. Let's not worry about that. Let's continue with the show and bring Debbie.
Bring up your browser, Brian. Bring up your browser. Yes, bring up YouTube.
Oh my God, I feel like JP's directing his grandpa. Bring up your browser, Brian, and then you can see what's going on.
Well, how would you explain it?
That's true. I don't really know. I don't have a better way to explain it. Bring Debbie. Debbie will tell you. But Debbie will show you right now.
Brian,
should I bring her onto the call? Wait,
is your browser up? Is your browser up?
What do you mean is my browser
YouTube. Where's your YouTube?
YouTube is up. Yeah, YouTube is up. Yeah.
Okay.
It's up right now.
I don't know why it's.
What do you mean?
Skype, asshole. Why do you have to bring up all your Skype messages for all the people on YouTube? Your internet browser. Bring up your internet browser.
I'm on my
movie.
My internet browser is up.
You're
I don't know what the hell you're.
Skype. No, you're not. You're on Skype.
I'm not on Skype.
I can see what you're doing. The hell is wrong with you? Your internet browser.
All right, I'm gonna take you off.
I can see exactly what you're doing on YouTube, and it's choppy as hell. Debbie's right. Your internet browser.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to share my screen with you. You should. All right. Let's see.
Fuck it. I'm going to bring Debbie on. How about that? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it myself.
I can bring Debbie on.
Crazy.
I can bring Debbie. Should I bring Debbie on?
I'm going to do it.
Yes.
Can't.
Bring her in.
I can bring Debbie on right now. Watch me. Watch.
Oh, can you? Make her come.
Bring her on. Bring her on.
I'm not bringing on Angela. Okay, good. Okay.
Hello.
This is the best.
Secrets and lies. Wait, turn that off, please. Secrets and lies.
Hello.
You are here. You've made it to the live stream.
Yeah. You know, Mr. Midnight Movie, you should go to Chrome and type in the word speed test, and let's see what you're doing as far as your.
No, don't. It's Debbie. No, don't. No.
Okay.
Don't.
Don't.
We're running it the wrong way. There's a few different ways to run it. We're just trying it a few different ways. So there's another way to do it where we won't have this issue. Don't worry about it. It's not a speed test. This is no. We're not on OBS. No.
Okay. Hi, Liz. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Debbie. Hi. I'm glad you can hear me clear now because of my beautiful voice. Not sounding like I might cry. I'm not gonna lie. If I sound like I'm gonna cry, it's because I might. It's awful, juice producer.
I didn't say that. No, somebody said that. No, this was. I think Nick may have said that.
What?
Nick said, "Why does she sound like she's going to cry?" I don't know who is Republic of Liberty. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
By the way, I wanted to mention on Twitter, this person is called Son of Berserk Jr., and he said of STFU, you're just a scared saltine, scared of the goddamn month, celebrating the history of a people that don't look like your pasty ass.
Okay.
And then
You're racist.
I was not. No, I tweeted to this guy.
Racist.
That was racist. I just want to play the whole. And he actually, the guy blocked me. I called him a hit and run bully. Let's see here if I can go to the rest of the. Okay. Let me see here. I can't even. It won't even let me go. It won't even. Okay. I told this to Mr. X. I said I was called a saltine and then blocked by what seems to be a very egocentric, myopic person on the Twitter thread. And he says, I don't know what you want me to do about it, Ritz. And I said, well, I thought he might be a friend. Either way, he is what you call a hit and run bully. His arguments, by the way, were tired and sad, the traits of an egotist at best, a full-blown narcissist at worst. I just thought I'd add that out. I'm thirsty.
Time to. I'm Friday. Come over Saturday. We'll have a Sunday.
You promised me a steak and you decided already.
Should have never said anything.
Yeah, you should. You know what? That steak was dry.
No, you said I'm thirsty. I said I'm Friday. Come over Saturday. We'll have a Sunday. Never mind.
All right. Yeah. You.
Now, what do you think that person on Twitter would have done if he would have said something? You would have come back and said, "Hey, you know what? You remind me of a Tootsie Roll or something. Black or something."
No, I wouldn't do that. I don't do that kind of thing.
But I'm saying that's what he did to you. What he said to you was extremely racist, I feel. Do y'all agree with that? He called him a cracker.
He called me a saltine.
That's a cracker.
That's a cracker. Yes, he did. He called me a salt. Yeah. Man, Bernie is looking old. Jeez.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you're kind of a cracker.
I am kind of a cracker. And I'm just looking through my Twitter feed now. I think I've been shadow banned. I have Uncle Timmy Wise as one of my Does anyone here besides Joe know who Tim Wise is? Hello?
I'm so proud of knowing this fact
I
either.
don't.
No, it's not. Yeah.
But Tim Wise is one of those. He is one of those people who teaches about white privilege, and he's been around for a while. But I kind of did a spoof on him, and I think I've been completely shadow banned. I've called him Uncle Timmy Wise, self-hating masochist, sadist opposition. I don't know why I'm laughing at this. I think I'm funny, but it's white people join me as we beg for collective forgiveness. If there's evil, certainly a white man is close. All right, fuck it. It's a tough audience tonight.
I was listening. What?
I know who he is, and it still didn't ring a bell. Didn't make me laugh at all. Sorry, Brian.
I'm gonna go over some of the early tweets I sent. So on my profile, let me see here.
I think you go around being a shit stirrer is what I think.
No.
Me too.
I said one of the things I love doing is eating frozen yogurt while shadow banning people on social media. Yummy power. And then I wrote, and I have a picture of a
I know what you said.
I don't care.
Sorry.
Like, that's okay.
It's a tough audience. It's a tough audience.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it sounded really funny in your head, though.
Yeah, you're probably right. Here's the
You should
thing,
let
son.
me be right for you.
They shadow a bit. Wait. Okay. If Lincoln were alive, this is a picture of Abe Lincoln. He would be shadow banning white supremacy. And then I wrote a picture of Moses.
You should say something like, I have a dream that one day I will be able to, do something that's kind of.
I have a dream that I can shadow ban everybody. Okay. And then I wrote, this is Uncle Timmy Wise, like Moses, I'm freeing many white people from the slavery of white supremacy. To those who oppose me, well, it's kind of like opposing God's will. Right?
Is Tim Wise hard to find on YouTube? Like, is he gone from YouTube?
No, but he doesn't.
He's very difficult to find on YouTube.
Oh, you can if you YouTube him, you can find him.
I just did.
Bloviating.
I just did a search for him and his videos. I wanted to at least demonstrate who he is. I'm not finding videos about him.
Is it named Timmy P or Timmy Wise? How many videos?
You see?
Tim Wise. It's Tim Wise. It's not Uncle Tim. It's Tim Wise.
Okay, gotcha.
Still don't see him. He's young. He's a young guy. So weird.
Well, no,
oh, here's Tim Cass.
I got a lot of him. Is this him right here? Listen, see if you can hear this.
I'm going to play it right now.
But will not go straight to prison while he asks for a retrial. This federal judge rejects prosecutors' demand for 9 years.
Oh, he's Gonzalo. How old is this
Donald
guy?
Trump for interfering.
He's 50.
So right now, many
51,
Trump
I
supporters,
think.
conservatives, are calling for the immediate pardoning of Roger Stone. And the reason for it is that the lead juror, as many are claiming, may have lied
Tim
on
Pool.
the initial questionnaire.
That's Tim Pool. That's Tim Pool, not Tim Wise.
I'm serious. I can't find Tim Wise.
Is this him? Listen, Brian, I want to play this guy. Listen.
Acknowledge it. I'm 51 years old
No.
and in therapy, so I can acknowledge it to you. And my therapist told me it was therapeutic to do that wherever I.
Oh, maybe that
sound
is.
like him?
I was thinking of Tim Pool, I guess.
That was Tim Wise.
Ah.
Does that sound like him, Brian?
Well, Tim Wise, he's a very vindictive person. And by the way, Tim Wise no longer has he no longer advertises publicly his lectures because people, they say that he's like afraid of Trump supporters like harming him, but in reality he's afraid of people asking him questions that because he wants to really control the narrative, and he's really afraid of people asking him questions that he can't answer. And the thing is, conservatives have also kind of there's an SJW. I don't know what to say, but like a woke element in the conservative movement, an anti-racist kind of movement there. And the guy, Nick Fuentes, has gone around conservatives asking them, gone around like Turning Point, and they're called groypers, and they've been asking questions about, about demographic replacement, and they really don't have any good answers for the followers of Nick Fuentes. Did any of that make any sense?
No, what the hell's wrong with you tonight, dude?
Not at all. Not at all.
That's like the 5th time we've done that. You like start talking and you make no sense at all.
You know, that guy Xavier.
Is that a little rough, Debbie? Was that a little rough?
Can I ask you some questions, and we'll try this way? Who is Tim Wise?
He won't explain who it is. We've asked him 15 times. Who is Tim Wise? And he starts rambling on. Blah, 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 blah.
All right, hold on a second.
I just played him. I just played a clip from him. Now I'm playing some Nick Fuentes. We know who he is.
I wanted to know more about Tim Wise.
Tim Wise is an anti-racist advocate and a person who promotes things like, proving your privilege and that kind of crap.
Okay.
They're just thinking that you're coming in to use the state to push what you want, and they think of you to be more somebody like a therapist. If you were different, that's what they want.
What does he want?
Yeah.
Nick, you advocate for militant ethno-nationalism, do you?
No, I don't. Ethno-nationalism? What have I ever advocated for that?
Okay, yeah.
Never happened.
Interesting.
Well, day in and day out, your positions are advocating to preserve the white majority by any means necessary.
I've never said, that kind of loaded language is not what I use on my show. What I've said is this, about demographics. I've said,
What's that?
He's kind of a little hoppy pants. Is that him on the left, Nick Fuentes?
Yes. Yeah, he's on the left.
He's a blonde, yeah.
Oh, he's got beautiful eyes. Look at those eyes.
You're having a little Nordic crush.
I'm having a little Nordic crush. I'm robbing the cradle.
There you
No,
go.
I'm just saying, I don't know what we're talking about.
Well, I just brought up Nick Fuentes.
I know, dear.
Oh my God. I'm so glad Debbie said that. 'Cause I
I'm
don't
so
know.
lost. I'm
What are we
totally
talking about?
lost. You know what? It's a new platform, Debbie. It's a new platform, Liz and Debbie. And I think Brian is unaware of the possibilities with this. I worked on it most of the day today to make sure I can get it somewhat running. And now that we got it kind of going, I think his brain's about to explode with the possibilities.
I'm hoping it will.
I think your brain's about to explode. I'm sure.
My brain is about to explode.
Yes.
And one of the things I fear is having to use the restroom at this particular time.
Why would you fear that? There's 4 of us
You have
here.
to be effing kidding me right now.
Yes. You know what? I am going to use the bathroom right at this moment.
I'm glad Debbie's here to save it. I do have to go. I'm glad.
Oh,
Debbie's here.
damn it.
Well, I don't know what we're talking about. And then on top of that, I don't know if I care anymore tonight. And I don't mean that in a rude way.
No, that's truth right there. That is
But
honest.
clearly your intestines have agreed with me as well, Mr. Midnight Movie. So I don't know. Hard to say.
You might be right.
But Debbie has definitely been the highlight of the last part of the show.
Well, you guys have been on opposite ends for so long, and now you're back together.
No, we had some people come in between us before, and now they're gone. Right? I guess.
Yeah. Actually, no, that's completely accurate.
We've got this figured out. The problems start when people get involved. So there you go.
There we
That's
go.
what I thought on it anyway.
Well, now we
I
can
agree.
have
No, I fully agree.
we can have an open dialogue here on live streaming on YouTube. I'm totally stoked. I actually am very excited about future shows now because I was so
We're going to be on our
sick.
cams, and I was all ready to have myself in a little corner spot, with y'all.
Dennis Dyke, what's up? I was so upset with Spreaker and what a garbage dump that is. And we haven't had new listeners flow into that show on Spreaker in months. And we do a show here, a stupid live stream here on YouTube, and we've had like 4 or 5 just random people walk in and out. So I'm really, I couldn't be happier with that. We're gonna have a much larger cross section of
will
people.
we be hit with a strike for playing other people's video, or is that fair use?
Fair use all the way, man.
I think it's fair use.
We're not making money on this.
So it is fair use.
We're not making money on this. This is completely.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's not monetized.
They're not copyrighted. The only thing that's copyrighted is music. They're not copyrighted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think Debbie's right.
Yeah, and so that's it. We can show all the news we want to show and clips, movie trailers, and all that kind of stuff. So we'll be fine until we start getting, whatever it is, whatever YouTube has in store for us. We'll find out eventually.
Yes. But so yes, and I do have to use the restroom. I shall return very
I don't know why
shortly.
you've been threatening to go to the bathroom for 10 minutes. I think we can handle it.
You're literally kidding me right now.
He's literally been threatening us to go to the bathroom for 10 minutes. He's like kept us hostage. Had a knife to our throats. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll go to the bathroom. It's okay. Go to the bathroom.
I'm going to the bathroom.
You haven't gone yet. Go. Why haven't you left yet? Go.
Okay, well, I guess while he's taking a ferocious, disgusting shit,
yes,
Debbie, you put it. You were posting about a song, "The Guitar Man," in the chat room, and it's been stuck in my head ever since.
Ooh. Who draws the crowds and plays so loud, baby? It's the Guitar Man. That one.
That one. That's the one.
Who's on the radio? You go listen.
There's a few different versions of that. Is it the like Guitar Man Elvis sang or Bread?
This one's by Bread.
Yeah, it sounds like the Bread version.
We can play like 10 seconds of it without bust.
I'm gonna play whatever. If you know what, I'm gonna do to YouTube until they start, getting crazy with me.
I'll show you how you can do it. You do the karaoke part version, and they don't get you for it. You just get it for theirs.
Oh, by the way,
Gary's fast. That's the fastest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I wasn't going to.
You must have pinched that off the computer.
But by the way, did anyone see any of the nominated films for Best Picture? Did anyone see any of the films that were nominated for Best Picture?
Way to stay on topic, though. That was good.
That was fast. 2019. It was the. Are you talking about the Oscars, Brian?
Yes. Yes.
No, I have no idea. I didn't watch any of it.
He's not shooting and on the phone at the same time right now.
So the only two films that I saw that were nominated. No, I saw the three films. The only three films that I saw that were nominated were Joker, 1917, and I think Jojo Rabbit was also nominated. Did either one of you see any of those films?
What about Bohemian Rhapsody? When was that one?
Oh, that was also nominated. Yeah, okay.
Bohemian Rhapsody was a good one. Did you see that, Debbie?
I didn't like it. I thought that everything was fine except for the actor they chose looked stupid. His mouthpiece looked dumb.
You know what? That's very, very accurate. That's like the way I felt as well.
He didn't look like I'm drawing a blank. Freddie Mercury. He didn't look like him.
No, I mean, I think they maybe portrayed him correctly, but you're right. I couldn't get over the way he looked.
I couldn't either. And I thought the one with Elton John, the movie about Elton John, I think it was called Rocket Man. It was like a musical. I was like, I can't believe we just bought this.
Did you hear that he had to walk off stage during a concert recently because of walking pneumonia?
No.
Yeah.
Well, Elton John had to leave a live show because of walking pneumonia.
Why are you playing Bread?
Because Debbie asked.
Liz asked for it. No, Liz didn't. So did
sorry,
I. Who cares?
Sorry.
Okay, okay. So, did anyone see Jojo Rabbit?
No.
Liz?
Nope.
Okay, it was fairly good, although there were points that were disappointing, particularly about, I won't get into why it was disappointing because I won't spoil it for anybody, but there were portions that were disappointed, mainly that the Russians were far more savage than they kind of made out.
By the way, maybe we'll do a show where we cover some of the movies we've seen, and also I want to do a book review on this book that I read called Nixon's Pals. It was a gift from Mr. Midnight from Brian.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Great book. Well, I don't know, great. It was a good book, but we'll do a review on that coming up maybe in the next live stream. I finally had a chance to sit down and read it. Good movie.
Mr. Midnight movie, a long time ago, you told me to watch a movie called The Green Book. I did finally, and I thought it was fascinating. I loved it. Very interesting movie.
Yeah. And by the way, anyone who's interested, what?
He
What are
clearly,
you laughing at?
you clearly didn't listen to a word she said.
I heard every word she said. Stop it. All right. I enjoyed the Green Book.
We know when you're not listening. We know.
I am, you know what? I'm so narcissistic, probably selfish. This is my middle name.
Yes.
I was going into, but you know what? The Green Book, I thoroughly enjoyed that film. There are a lot of people who dismissed it and didn't like. I mean, and a lot of woke people and what do you call them? I don't know what else to call them, but yeah, the woke outrage mob said it was kind of like driving Miss Daisy, which I did not agree with, and I found parts of it very interesting. But I was going to say...
That was an amazing review, Mr. Midnight.
Really brilliant. Just brilliant, dude. You're firing on all one cylinder.
Did anyone else...
Jackie and I gang up on Mr. Midnight.
Wait a minute. Did anyone... Black He-Man. But,
I have not understood...
Debbie, he's in the chat room. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
I have not understood a single story Brian's told tonight. Not one.
He almost seems drunk.
Yeah. Are you drunk?
It's diabetes.
No, don't blame diabetes.
Do you know my coworker? One of my coworkers, he's diabetic too, and he's 55. Mm-hmm. He had a stroke.
Ooh.
He's
How long?
A diabetic stroke.
When? Like just recently?
Yeah, I had to cover part of his shift for him.
Oh, no.
And I didn't want to do it. But, I felt bad because he had a stroke. What am I letting? He's learning actually to walk again.
Do you think that movies are the future or the wave of Netflix is taking over? Have you ever seen the show on Netflix called The Ranch?
Yeah, I've seen every episode. Why? What's up?
I love it. That's one of my favorite shows.
I watched it. I hated that the guy is missing. What's his name? Scooter or what's his name?
It's Rooster.
What happened to Rooster? Did he ever come back?
That's the thing. So he got wrapped up in the Me Too movement at that time, and they kicked him off the show because of potential liability, and haven't run back.
And see, ever since he's gone, I'm just like, well, this sucks now. I mean, it's okay, but
he got accused of sexual misconduct, and they didn't know at the time whether it was true or not. So they kicked him. They had to kick him off the show, or face losing. Debbie, you gotta look into that. That was one of my favorite shows, and he absolutely was a part of making that show. Got wrapped up in the Me Too movement, and they ruined his career over it.
Oh no.
Yeah, and when he left the show, it was like boring because all it was about her stupid pregnancy and then the fire and all that bullshit. And I'm just like, oh well.
I want to mention
they phased him out for it, and it's Danny Masterson. Danny Masterson is his name. That's the actor.
There he goes. There he goes again.
I was gonna chime in. The show and I one time did a video about the Duty Ranch.
Get on your mic. You sound awful.
Sorry.
It's unbelievable. It's just like
I love you, Mr. Midnight Movie, but it's a train wreck sometimes with you.
On a bad night, everything's off. Everything.
It really is a fucking train wreck.
It is the biggest train wreck ever.
Yes. Okay.
Dennis asked the question.
What's the question, Denny?
Which movies are best to spend time? Oh my! This is one of the worst questions I've ever had. Which movies are the best to spend time on?
Dennis is planning for his trip to America or to the American border.
Yes.
We are so going to travel to America the way it should be done. Go. Okay.
Dennis says he's coming to Los Angeles or to California in March. So be ready, Mr. Midnight.
Every drug imaginable is going to be done by all of us. Just on an experimental level.
We are going to post some of the greatest videos of all time when Dennis is in town.
We're gonna go and have a bum fight with all the homeless people. We're gonna just
awful. How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
But oh shit! Did I mention that Joe and I filmed the Duty Ranch? All right, I'm done. What was I?
Wow.
And
Left field, right? It's not
This
just
is
me.
not Debbie Daly on this podcast, people. I don't know who I am.
Turn off bread. We're gonna get a copyright strike.
Funny story. I went to high school.
10 seconds. You got 10 seconds.
There was a girl I went to high school. Her father was inbred, Marilyn Gates. I'll never forget. She was such a beautiful gal. Yes.
She was an inbred.
Beautiful gal.
Beautiful gal. She was. Oh, she was amazing. Even in high school, she was like a year. She was a year older.
Character on this podcast.
Marilyn Gates, if you're out there, you're beautiful.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Marilee.
Yeah.
What the hell was I going to bloviate about? Oh shit! I'm running out of water. I'm going to be thirsty for a while. Oh no, I got some extra water here. So what was I going to bloviate about? Oh, so what is the best movie to what? I wonder. A better question is. Someone asked me my thoughts on time management. What's the best film to spend your time on as far as time management? Is
very good, Dennis. Staying with the topic of the show, I take it back. That was a great topic. Great question.
Yes. Right. By the way, I want to mention the best time management movie ever.
Groundhog Day.
Good one.
That was the best answer anybody could have ever given. Groundhog Day, number one.
It was all about time. Think about it. It was all about time. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you don't be.
Another one is the original. Was that wait? The original, I think, was Cheaper by the Dozen, and the father is a time and systems expert. I found that I tried to copy it. I failed.
Wow.
Horribly.
For being Mr. Midnight Movie, that was sure the lamest fucking answer I think you could have expected.
I'm sorry.
Getting what he's talking about mid-sentence.
Brian, we are up to 6 live listeners right now.
12 monkeys.
Hello,
12
people
monkeys
out there.
One. Dennis said that.
Welcome to Transparency and Merit. Your first time here, probably, so you're probably figuring this all out. So are we, apparently.
Looper was also a good film.
Looper was good. 12 Monkeys, time loops. I don't know what that is.
What do you mean about time management? You mean like managing your time better?
Yeah, what was the best movie about? What did you say was the best movie about time management?
Back to the Future.
I'm going to say Risky Business. Remember, he had to get the crystal ball fixed before his parents got home.
Oh, it was an egg. It was the egg.
It was an egg.
It was an egg.
What about being John Malkovich?
True.
That's not a time movie.
What about Taboo?
Why do you always mention that dumb movie? God, you are sick.
And American Hustle. American Hustle. They're under time thing.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Me. I was telling Joe, and then I was telling my other crazy cousin that because now with the Taboo series, you can't make a mainstream or a mainstream porn film like Taboo anymore. There are restrictions now that it could never get made. But if I were to make it do a Taboo introspection or whatever, I would do like a Back to the Future kind of parody with Taboo.
Yes.
Hello?
Nobody's going to know what you're talking about. Why does it make any difference? Does anybody know what this theme of Taboo is? It's an incest movie.
What about 11/22 with James Franco?
I mean, it's ridiculous. What are you trying to do? Why do you try to ass rape me every time we do a show? Every time.
I'm not.
Brian.
He said Taboo mixed with
best movie about time management. Taboo.
Oh fuck! I totally missed that.
Brian laughs at himself. That's what he's laughing. He's laughing.
Well, you're laughing too. Okay.
Yes, Dennis likes Seika. I have a Seika film. I still have it. It's. I'll never sell it. It's very. I can sell it for a lot.
Did you ever see?
By the way,
Did you ever see 11/22 with James Franco on Hulu?
I did not. I did not ever see that.
Where it talks about the path that was supposed to be taken and the reason why they killed JFK. And it goes into all these conspiracies and that time travelers actually went back.
Oh, I did. Wait, I did see that. Yes. I saw.
I just want to mention. Someone mentioned Seika. I just had to mention that it's kind of a 3 degrees of separation. But Kay Parker, who was in the movie Taboo, her last film was a movie with Seika. It was called Careful, He Might Be Watching. And wait, my favorite Seika film that I mentioned?
She's great.
The Maltese Dildo. That's the stuff that wet dreams are made of. Thank you. Okay, go ahead. Yank my doodle, it's a dandy.
Yank my doodle, it's a dandy.
By the way, while we're completely talking about non sequiturs, did anybody here know that Michael Bloomberg is a sir?
No.
You didn't know.
Knighted him.
He was knighted. He was actually given. He was given the an honorary knighthood. And
stop and frisk.
That there is a rule. There is a rule. Since he's American born, he technically can't be considered a sir, but he can put whatever the acronym is, like BEK at KBE at the end of his name. So it's pretty amazing. I'm going to post the story right now. Actually,
I bet he bought that.
He could.
That's what I thought. I thought the same thing.
On the River Kwai. That was all about time. Remember, it was all about being under like a deadline and stuff, right? No.
I have a whole theory on Bridge on the River Kwai. I was thinking this in my brain, but like anti-racism. The Alex Guinness character. It's kind of like, he builds this bridge. It's the same thing with anti-racism. Their ego. Well, I don't know. I'll have to think about it later. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Did I just derail the show?
No.
What is this? This is Michael Bloomberg. Look, what an ugly man. Do you think he was handsome when he was younger? Maybe.
Are you saying that because he's Jewish? Here we go. Here we go. The 72-year-old was knighted in honor of his prodigious entrepreneurial and philanthropic endeavors. As an American citizen, he cannot be called Sir Mike, but he can add KBE, Knight Commander, to the end of his name.
Can I look? Wait, I just want to look at that picture of building my own funeral, my own coffin. Who is that person? Look at those eyebrows. Are those the eyebrows?
We don't see anything. Where are you showing it?
If you're watching the live stream, you'd see it.
I am watching the live stream, but I don't see it.
It should be up.
Gotta catch up. I'm sorry. Let me go forward.
Yeah.
Look at that person. Is it? Are those eyebrows?
No, you saw eyebrow? It was the glasses, eyeglasses.
Okay. Building my own funeral, my own casket for my own funeral.
Oh, there's a club. You can join the club. In fact, I'll be in London this summer. Maybe I'll get you guys fitted for a coffin. I'll get the diabetes special. I'll just have them nail 2 of those together. Call it a day.
My father.
It is a tough crowd tonight. Nobody's laughing.
This reminds me. My father did some of the last interviews, and I don't know where they are, but of Hollywood greats before they passed. One of them was Douglas Fairbanks Jr. And me and Joe were talking to my old man, and we're saying we ought to have these interviews. We just call them shovel ready because they're ready to get the dirt put on them before they.
Sounds like one of those guys that's getting interviewed on the side of a football field. But yeah, we went out there. We tried to do our best in the fourth quarter, but there was an interception. He just sounds like one of those guys being interviewed by a reporter on the side of a football field when he talks sometimes. It's just my
Now,
opinion.
Yes.
Dennis says he can build a coffin in about an hour, about half an hour.
Yeah, you're hired, Dennis. We'll take one.
My coffin's going to be a plastic bag.
Did y'all ever did you ever read in college? We had to read Flower. No, I see. What was the name of that? It was a book about a man who watched his sons building his coffin. What was it about? You know, that real famous book, As I Lay Dying. As I Lay Dying.
I spent a lot of time in my college at the adult bookstore, and I don't know, it just was wrong.
In one of my English courses, we had to read "As I Lay Dying" by William Faulkner. It's the story of a father who his 5 or 6 sons build his coffin, and he's laying there dying, and it's called "As I Lay Dying." So,
Joe, did you ever spend any time at SMC?
Yeah, sure. I used to go into KCRW, and yeah, all the time.
Do you remember an adult bookstore named the Birdcage, right? Like it's a few blocks away.
I remember it barely, but I remember it. I mean, it was
Did you ever
it went out
step
of business.
inside?
What?
Did you ever step inside?
No. I've been in many of those bookstores, but not that particular one. Did they do something special that other adult bookstores don't do?
They kicked me out. This was
What?
a long time ago,
This is a new store. I've never heard. Why the hell did you get kicked out of an adult bookstore?
I think I was there too long.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
what were you doing?
Oh my God. I could totally see that. Debbie, if you've ever seen this guy look at YouTube, I'm sure he could sit there for 20 hours straight. I'm sure of it. So I can only imagine what he would do if he walked into an adult bookstore.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. What was he doing?
What did you do? What did you do?
I was just reading. I was reading the material there, and they, after, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 hours, they said, "Sir,
you have to buy it."
Yeah, that's the point. Like you read a page or a paragraph maybe, and you're like, yeah, this is the book for me, and then you buy it. You didn't think that didn't apply to you, I guess.
Probably not. Now, is Liz still here, or did she go away?
She probably left. I think she left.
She ran away. All right.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to get you in the broadcaster studio. Now, Debbie, I sent you a link for the broadcaster studio. Did that do anything, or did that link work for you or not?
Did you send it on Skype?
Yeah, I'm curious what would happen if you, instead of we're on the Skype call, if that would somehow bring you onto the show. I'm not sure.
StreamYard, I've used that before. Yeah, is that what you're using?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I did. I tried it one time and it was pretty cool, but
I did OBS, and this doesn't do as much, but on a very basic level, this is way easier.
You sound great. I just think that Brian needs to be remiked. Why isn't he mic'd up on a mic? He's like,
I'm on a mic.
No, you're not doing your headphones though. You need.
I am on my headphones. I'm
to me,
on my headphones as well.
To me, you sound fine. How does he sound to you, Debbie?
Well, you sound real FM quality like this, like you're real, coming in real nice and round, and but he sounds more like he's kind of like in the room mic, like this, kind of,
Yeah, I gotta fix that because his room is very echoey. I think that's just the way his room is.
That's what it is.
I'm in a much larger room right now. That's why I'm probably not echoing. So
put a blanket over you, Mr. Midnight Movie.
What happened? What happened? Are you falling asleep?
What?
Are those memories?
No, I'm looking at the 3. I urge Americans to quit 3 foods. This is for the heart.
What did the guy say to you when he kicked you out of the shop? Or was it a woman?
He said, you've been here too long and you're not buying anything. This is not a library. This is not a library kind of thing.
We've got eight live listeners right now, and I'm going to tell you right now, we haven't had.
I tweeted it, by the way.
In 3 years on Spreaker, we never had 8 live listeners. I mean, we did, but it was not people we didn't know. It was all the people we knew. Outside of that, we never had. These are a lot of people we've never had listened to the show before. So I'm very. This is the platform for us, dude. this is where we're going to be doing shows.
Yeah.
Especially those short shows have a much better chance of catching some listeners and maybe opening up some commentary and all that kind of thing. We're getting a lot of comments too, which is really cool on the live chat. So thank you all. I don't know if you want to keep going, Brian.
Somebody named Republic of Liberty said he made the pages moist with his breath while he was in there reading. When you have his zipper down.
Yeah. Republic of Liberty likes. I think you're a fan now, Republic. Yeah, you're gonna have to.
I hope so.
Please subscribe and come back. We like having you comment. I saw this on 4chan. All right.
How is this on 4chan? Do you?
I don't know.
Are you on 4chan, Joe?
No, I'm not. Must have been Liz.
No. So
I'm here. I swear to God.
Oh, you are here.
Where were you?
Taking a dump.
I was just listening to all of you beautiful, really articulate people talk, and
oh no, did we sound that
I'm
bad?
only here for the Debbies. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm here for the racism in politics, but
yes.
In fairness,
but I wanted to mention that these topless protesters interrupted Bernie Sanders' Nevada rally with a message about milk.
Really? That's interesting. Why did you mention that?
Because I wanted, they're topless protesters. And I thought, I want to see it. And it's not showing. And I don't know why.
I'm sure that Liz is on a date right now. We're totally interfering with it.
Well,
I heard that bottle crack open earlier. They're probably already through.
Unmute my mic for an
They got to be through that bottle of wine by now.
Leave the mic live and just tell him that you're off the show now and leave the mic live.
Yeah. All right, okay. I'm gonna leave the mic alone. I'm off the
No, I said leave it live so we can hear what's going on over there if you don't mind.
We want to hear the good stuff.
Yeah, okay, that's good. I like it.
Liz.
Do you know how many times Bernie's been interrupted? It makes me laugh. This woman takes the mic from Bernie Sanders, and he just kind of walks away. Like, what are you doing? He didn't have the hand. His hands weren't strong enough.
Hey.
And I don't know why.
Why are you talking over me, Bernie Sanders?
Bernie.
Hey.
I don't know why. He's the only person, by the way, who's been interrupted by protesters.
It's all paid for.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, there's been other people like Trump has been by protesters.
I'm talking about like where someone actually takes a mic away from him or like takes the podium away.
He should have bodyguards out there or something. He didn't have.
Yeah, they're failing.
Big time. Yeah. I can't imagine a man like Bernie Sanders not having any kind of bodyguards around him.
Well, I mean, whatever they're doing, they're failing miserably.
Might be just too cheap to get good security.
He may be the first president we have that uses a walker.
Yeah.
Well, we had a president in a wheelchair, though, right?
Yeah. Well, that was at polio. That was Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
But by the way, Liz, I mean Debbie, I put up a clip of the play The Sunshine Boys, and you deleted it off the Spreaker, or was that? Geez, I'm hearing loud noises now. But you deleted it off the Spreaker, off your show page. Is there a reason why you did that?
I don't know what it was. I thought it was a link to your show, and I didn't know that. So your transparency and merit now on Spreaker. That's your
yeah.
I didn't know that.
We're on Spreaker, but you're not going to see much of us on Spreaker. I mean, we may as well post our shows up on there, but we're going to be doing live streams.
Yeah,
it's the wave of the future.
I did one recently. Did y'all see my recent one? I was on webcam.
Say what?
Yeah,
you was on webcam when? Oh, on OBS. You used OBS to do it.
Yeah, and you can be on webcam on this one too. This whatever it is.
Yeah, I can add
That is the wave of the future, is to be on webcam. They like to watch what we're saying. So
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Webcam. We did. We did a live stream for I don't know, 30 minutes last week, and that got a lot of listens. I was really happy about that because we're not
too for some reason.
I bet if we had a pretty woman like you on our show, we'd probably get a lot more hits.
Well, that, and you can wear like dark glasses if you want to kind of remain a little anonymous. You could put on a little bit of. I wouldn't, but I can understand people doing that. So. Well, I can't believe Brian's been on the air 80 minutes. That's a long time for him.
That is a long time for me.
Are you ready to wrap this one up?
He did take a shit like during the middle of it.
He did have a huge
I
break.
did not. Well, no, I went to the restroom, but I did not take a dump.
Would you like
do
to
you
end
think
it?
we'll be in for any? By the way, do you think we'll be in for any community strikes?
Brian,
on YouTube
Brian,
for
let's not.
things?
Brian, let's not. Don't talk about it. Just whatever happens, let's just do our show, and we're gonna wait for the angry censorship beasts to come out. And when we get that first warning, we'll let you know.
People are looking for us. Hold on, let me give them a link to your live show. How long does it say?
Oh.
Did you know the only thing about this is live shows are hard to find on YouTube?
No, they're not. Not this way. They are with OBS. With OBS, they take a look.
No. I mean, hard to find, not do, but like I never can find anybody's. live
You got to go to your you go to subscriptions, and your live show should pop up first. Anytime I go to YouTube, I always go to my subscriptions first. Anything live in my subscriptions comes right up.
JP.
It works, right? You use it that way.
Well, because if you just go to your page, it's not
man.
going to show that you guys are live right now.
Liz, I sounded like a grandpa when I said that. Go to your browser, and
it's because you pretty much are.
go to www.eatmyballs.com. Thank you.
That's probably a real website, and the FBI is probably watching it.
He's probably very happy that I just sent all of our 5 listeners that are left. Brian, you're.
Well, I'm glad Debbie was here to help the show.
Well, I'm glad everybody was here.
The rest of it was a complete disaster, you ass clowns.
This was a bad one, but you know what, Liz?
It wasn't a bad one.
You won't.
I mean,
you have to
some
agree.
more popular shows, even the Drunken Peasants, all they're doing is sitting there just shooting the shit. That's all they're doing.
Well, a few people said they were confused, and you know what? I don't blame them. So what?
Well, it's whatever. We're just here to talk. We're not here to just give the news and stuff like that. So fuck them.
I'm not gonna lie. Half of the reason why I wasn't doing much talking was to literally listen to Debbie's voice in contrast to everyone else. But it's just that time of year. Valentine's Day is over. Debbie sounds nice, and it's tax season. So it makes a lot of sense.
TurboTax is killing me.
Why? What's the issue with TurboTax?
I don't even know.
He's a Jew. Don't tell him your problems. You can't be trusted.
Well, here's the thing with TurboTax. I know people that have run their numbers, and they've done it 3 times, and all 3 times they came out with different numbers somehow.
Yeah, and they're saying I owe money. I mean, how can I possibly owe money when?
No,
it's possible.
$800 something, and I'm going. I'm not paying this, so I just signed off. I thought, fuck this, I'm not doing it.
If you're used to having an accountant who writes off things for you, TurboTax is kind of a letdown sometimes.
Exactly. And I'm one of those accountants, Debbie. Yeah. If they're saying you owe money, just
everything is an upgrade. It's like, if you want to do this, it's an upgrade. If you want to do this, it's an upgrade. And by the time you're done, you're paying all this money. I could have just hired an accountant.
There you go.
Yeah, and the thing for friends in Discord and Spreaker, people that I know, this isn't an advertisement for anybody else. But you guys just message me. I'll take care of it.
Oh, shit. What I could do is I could just give you my login to that account on Turkey.
I don't want that.
Damn it.
What I want to be able to do is scan in my W-2 so I don't have to enter all that info. Such a pain in the ass.
That technology is available. You live in Los Angeles. How is this not a thing for you?
I've seen Liz in a mini skirt and some real thick black glasses over there with her hair whipped up with a pencil holding her hair up doing our taxes.
I could see that with her glasses on.
It looks terrible. I'm in a baseball cap suffering in these yoga pants because I haven't been to the gym in 2 weeks.
I see her in.
And my bags are under my eyes, and I look like shit because I've overworked. And
in the future, you could have you have your hair whooped up in a bun, and it's got a pencil through it, and you've got thick glasses on. You've got a calculator there going.
If we take Debbie, you know, would make that. You know, would make that outfit.
Find me April 16th.
I'll tell you right now, the key to that outfit would be that Liz would be wearing Brian's extra large white button-up shirt with nothing else.
It'll be tight on me. That's the thing. Brian and I would say
I hope not.
Heels, she has heels on.
Why would it be tight on you? Are you kidding
Brian's size,
me?
Wearing heels with a button-up white shirt.
Liz, you just said Brian's extra large shirt would be tight on you?
Yeah, it'd be tight on me. And then the heels on top. I look like the one angry Jew.
Oh no!
Actually, there's no follow-up to that. I look like the one angry Jew in heels.
Oh wow!
Dennis has message retracted. What does that mean?
Damn it!
I was wondering the same thing. I've been watching the chat rooms. I'm not sure.
Let me see if I can do that.
No muss, no fuss.
Oh! Look, I did it. That's weird. Okay.
Yeah, you know what though, Liz? I'll be honest. I've had an accountant do my returns. I've always done my returns until 4 years ago. I got too busy. Now I've done it for 4 straight years, and all 4 years I just want to punch my own eyeballs out because I can't believe what they charge for what they do. I know this having done taxes for 20 years. I'm going back to doing my own this year, so. It's just it's unbelievable.
And Debbie, if you have questions or need help, just full disclosure.
By the way, we got.
I'm bound by confidentiality. There's no way I could actually.
I would trust you. You've never betrayed my confidence. Hey, Joe, but don't you have a degree in accounting, Joe?
Mine, my undergrad's in business administration. So
I'm glad it worked out for you. What do you do now?
I was an accountant for 20 years. I was an accountant for almost 20 years. That was my first gig.
That's what I thought.
I had a weird transition halfway through, but I'm actually looking to lock in. I have a friend who owns a of all things.
Calculator?
No, it's a tax debt. He owns the largest tax debt relief company in Idaho, and so he's looking to bring me on. So I may be, well, actually, in Washington.
Jewish back in the numbers game. That's surprising. Did you exit the finance and accounting field after you started psychedelics and believing the Earth was flat?
I've thought these a lot of these thoughts for much longer. Believe it or not.
I'm just wondering.
No. My weirdest years were when I was an accountant by far.
Yeah, they're always my weirdest years.
Oh,
that's a constant for me.
It's the perfect job for somebody who's like kind of out of their mind, and there's a few years where I was a little out of my mind, but you can get kind of nutty and get trashed, and then go to work as an accountant. And you just sit at your computer all day and just like plug numbers, no problem.
Debbie.
I can't do that in my job now. It's too much like interfacing with real people, so I can't.
Debbie's a lot better with numbers. In actually, Debbie's strong point. I think in anything that she does is definitely with research. So I'm surprised that you actually come to me.
That was an underhanded. That was a left-handed compliment. I know what that means.
No. I guess what I'm saying, I didn't mean it to be that way. What I'm saying is
I know what you're saying. JFK and stuff like that. I know what you're talking about, like the JFK situation, stuff like that.
Oh well, I guess I'm always surprised when you come at me with task questions because I'm like, you know better because you're gonna ask me a question and then like find it 30 seconds later, and like the couple hours it takes me to get to respond to you, you already know the answer. You're very intelligent, so it wasn't left-hand. It was.
Yes, it is. Welcome, Mr. Whiteside, to the Gay Left Wing Show.
Hey.
We're nightly.
There are people here. Willie's here. What's up, Willie?
Oh,
Darren
on the list, and Mr. Midnight Movie's gay.
I'm trying to be.
All right, let's call it a night because I gotta get over to your house tomorrow. So let's get this over and done with. Can you finish it?
All right.
End it.
So, You know what? The show wasn't the best. Probably about 30% is my fault, and I'll blame everyone else because
we're all
I don't want sharing is caring. Like and subscribe.
You know what, Mr. Midnight Movie, before you continue on that weird fucking rant, I'm not gonna lie. If it were, I may have dropped off here at some points because I can't listen to a lot of that. But Debbie came in and saved your show and made it listenable. And look at all these people chatting.
Did you laugh at all? Did you find any of it humorous?
I did. I laughed and I found it humorous, but not at the beginning.
Brian, go back and watch this. Your brain's gonna explode when you realize how much we can do with this. And I completely messed up. All four of us.
I see you packing your car. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was on mute.
Oh,
my son didn't think I see him packing his car, and I did.
Oh, isn't he? I heard he's moving to Colorado. Is he gone?
He's trying to do it when he thinks I'm not looking because he knows it's going to make me cry and stuff like that.
Oh, he wants to go eat mushrooms.
Don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
He's going to eat a bunch of mushrooms in Colorado.
No, it's excuse me. It has to do with his girlfriend.
No.
Oh, I knew it.
Damn.
Let me say that someone ordered a steak when I was not looking.
God,
I'm kidding. It was a joke.
I know.
It was a joke.
Just Pat's in there.
Who's Pat?
Oh, just Pat loves fucking Debbie.
Pat.
Okay, listen.
Just Pat.
Listen, next show, all four of us could actually be in the broadcaster studio. That's where that's why the sound's off.
Let's do that. I want to be like the Brady Bunch where I'm above Liz and I look down and Liz looks up and then you can be to the left and I'll look over to the left and then you look over to the right.
Hey, it's just Pat.
I'll do it. I'm in.
Vic. You fucking asshole.
Motherfucker, Vic, listen. Shit.
I was going to ask him. I just hate this. Vic. Is
Todd Moore
in the car? God damn it. I don't want. Turn that off. I want somebody's show.
Just Pat talked with you once.
Vic, stop being an asshole and turn it off.
Vic, turn it down. Or can you close the door? How about this? Close my door.
Wow.
I hope
he's the wiener I dreamed to be.
It might be time to get off. It might be time to end it. Brian, end it. Come on.
All right, we'll end it. Let's call it a day.
Shut up. Maybe we don't want to end it.
Yeah.
Shut up, Brian.
Be the Debbie and Liz show.
Learn how to end a show.
Best show.
I'm ending it.
How?
I don't know. You end it. You're the one.
You end it. Tell people to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. And I think
do not like. Is there a not like button?
Yeah, please don't like.
Hold on a second.
Like
I think I want to talk tomorrow. Don't give a thumbs down ever. Listen to me. I think tomorrow I'm going to go on. I think we'll talk about Mike Norton's channel.
Oh yeah.
He has his most recent is Identity Crisis in Interracial Kids. Maybe maybe a very good sign about their intelligence. All right.
I just want to point out that the 7 that you have watching now is because of Debbie and I. I just want to point that out.
That might be a lie and a truth at the same time. But
I love you.
Do a show about the coronavirus. If y'all want to listen to that, I'm going to do that.
I am going to listen. Go to Debbie Daly's show, The Real Debbie Daly. I want to hear about this.
Don't worry, people. We'll have point and counterpoints. We're going to have people who love the coronavirus, and we're going to have people like me who completely deny it, and it will be a good time.
Wow. What a dick.
Yeah.
I say we go over there to Debbie Daly's show.
By the way, I want to mention, and there will be people like me who are in the middle who think that the coronavirus is not as bad as people say it is.
Hey.
The swine flu killed over 200,000 people, far more.
I'm going to do it on YouTube. Y'all watch some of the stuff I'm going to show you.
Ebola killed 200 people, unless you were in Africa where it killed supposedly 10,000 people.
Keep it in mind until you get through with my show.
Yep, I'd say we move on. And thank you, everyone, for letting us on.
Isn't that
I say we move on to the Debbie Daly show.
Yes. Oh, you want us to stay on until you're on?
Oh, gosh. Okay. Let me see. I got to get out of your Skype.
Oh, all right.
This is what we're going to do. What a shit show this is.
Yes, it is. We're ending it. Good night.